Phyllis, that was absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. What a gorgeous song and a beautiful rendition. And Matt, can we borrow you on the piano for a sec? Because we might need to ask you to play Happy Birthday. We have a recent birthday in the room. I know he won't thank me for mentioning it. I'm not going to be invited to his next one. But Nick recently celebrated his 60th birthday! So ladies and gents, it's Happy Birthday to Nick we're singing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nick. Harmonies, please. Happy birthday to you. Nick, there we go. Thank you, Matt. And actually, I've got to say, I hope you don't mind me saying, his party was in this room and he had the magnificent Watford-based jazz singer and pianist Ilario Ferraro. Anyone heard of him?
Oh, yeah.
He is one of the most magnificent musicians. So all of you performing tonight are sharing a stage with a jazz musician of, I would say, international caliber. And I don't say that lightly. I listen to jazz record requests every week on Radio 2. And his, is that me?
I think so.
It is, isn't it? It's wriggling in my hands.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Thank you. I listen to jazz record requests every week, and he frequently gets requested now. People ask to hear his songs played. So it's absolutely wonderful that we are sharing that same stage with him. Pauline, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to be singing for you John Lennon, and I understand Yoko Ono helped with the lyrics. Imagine, because really speaking, in a world that has gone so badly wrong, wars and rumors of war, I think we need to have a wish list, and this is continuing to be my wish list. Oops.
Oh. I think it says something like that. You can turn the volume up.
Okay. Hang on, I'll have to go back.
Yeah, join the hands.
Sorry, I have to go back.
I'm just going to stand here and be Black History Month.
I am a novice, as you can see.
This T-shirt actually has got all of the different Caribbean flags on it. And that's why it's big fun. I cannot name them all. I wish I could. What I really want to do is visit them all. Give me 2 years off work. How are we doing?
That was 1 minute.
Alex, should have a quiz, and the one who gets the most.
Yeah, we could do that.
Gets a free drink.
Do you know them? Would you be able to
I know
verify?
Jamaica, St. Lucia,
Yeah.
Grenada.
No, he knows them.
Do you know them all?
I can try. Let's see this stuff.
Well, we'll have to go after the song. That's good.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there are no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all hope someday you will join us. Oh, yes, I do. And the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No greed, no hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all of the world. You may say I'm a dreamer. Oh yes, you may, but I'm not the only one. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one.
Pauline Baggett, ladies and gents! Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. What a well-chosen song as well. I love Imagine. John Lennon's message in that song is so important today as much as when it was first written. Right, next up we do have two poets. So firstly, please put your hands together for Enid Saunders, and then Vance will be following close on her heels. Now, Enid is a stalwart of the Black History Month dial-ups. You've shared many of your poems when we've been across in the main theatre space, so it'll be lovely to hear you sharing one of your works this evening.
Two poets.
Two poets.
Standing or sitting? Standing. Standing. Oh, you don't want to get just one after the other, is it?
Yeah, it's one after.
Yeah, I don't know, because you don't chew out poets. Which one?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Nice to see you again. My poem tonight, I won't tell you what it's called. See how many people can guess at the end. It was the most memorable day when I was told soon I would be. For the first time, there was a range of ideas and plans darting around my mind. It was an exciting moment. How would everyday life and living change? On the arrival, I did my best to begin building a relationship that's going on and each day strengthening. My second time round was 2 years later. I spent hours, days, helping to care for my first grandson and granddaughter. There were many times going for walks, picking them up from nursery, cooking, visits to museums and places of interest, all joyous occasions. It took another 11 years before I had another one, a grandson, and 2 years later, another grandson, and all four of those grandchildren are here tonight. I can see them. Today, I'm the proud grandparent of a granddaughter and 3 grandsons. Having them all together, especially at family gatherings, I'm particularly reminded of my mom, who loved to have her grandchildren around her, but was only able to do so periodically as they all lived abroad. Today, I consider myself has been very blessed. And thanks.
Whichever you prefer.
Anyone?
Whichever one.
Lucky one.
Oh, that's a lucky one. Okay,
This is
thank
the
you
lucky
very
one.
much. Thank you.
It
Thank
stays
you.
lucky. You want it high or you low?
No, that's okay. That's okay. Good evening. I've been to a writing class some time ago, and they gave us some words to put into a poem. Contempt, insipid, inept, tsunami, levee, then a pandemic, filibustering, conclave, refugee, integrity. So I sat down and started to write, and this is what came out. Try not to hate. That's possible, but you can try. I will treat that brute with contempt. And why should I? Why should I kiss his butt? Just because he's the boss? Is he not a man like me? Yes, I am young and well, a little proud, and maybe sometimes a little loud. He and his insipid life. He has a nice car, yes, and a sexy wife. That beautiful wife. What did she see in him? A man so inept in his dealing with other men. He has no clue what is in my chest. These feelings will be tsunami. If the levee did burst, the destruction would be pandemic. If I got hold of his soul, that would be the end of him, the end of me. I must not hate. It is wrong to hate. I am just an angry man. Filibustering is what I resort to, for my yearnings are conclave, and cannot be shown. They are dark, wicked, and full of sin. Where is that love I had within? If I keep on this way, my world will end. I will be a social refugee and lose my integrity. Thank you.
Thank you. Enid and Bugs, ladies and gents, your powerful words. Tonight is inadvertently turning into a quiz night, isn't it? Can you use these 10 random words in a poem? Can you name these 20 flags? I wonder what other questions are going to be foisted upon us before the evening is through. Our next three performers are going to be Susan Watt, Ian Port and Christine Bennett in that order. So Susan Watt, if you'd like to come up and get yourself ready to perform. Whilst she does so, I'm just going to let you know a little bit about the Dial-Up, which is an open mic which has been running for over 15 years now. As I say, we started in central London, then for a while we had 3 venues, Watford and Croxley in London, and then we moved to Finchley Road. We are now happily ensconced in Johnny's Bar, which is a live music venue just behind the Harlequin. We can now officially call it the Harlequin again. How wonderful. Yay. It is terrific. Just as that news came out, I started calling it Atria. I don't know why. I just finally, the habit fell in place, just as I can use the Harlequin again. But just behind the back of the Harlequin is Johnny's Bar on Queen's Road. It's a wonderful little, independently owned live music venue. And on the first Sunday of each month, 2 till 4 p.m, the Dial-Up family gathers in the basement there, and we have 2 hours of open mic magic, followed by the Dial-Up band. You saw us do our thing at the start of this evening. We invite everybody who plays an instrument or sings or just wants to clap along or just watch to come and enjoy with us. So before you leave, do make sure you grab a flyer, because if you go to our blog, thedialup.blogspot.com, you can find all of the details about our event. I hope we will see you there at a Sunday soon. We're all ready to go, Susan? We are. Over to you. Susan Watt, ladies and gents.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm bringing gospel. Now, to Black History Month, I always think it's important to remember the part that gospel played throughout history and still plays today. And so every so often I think it's really my pleasure to bring some gospel and change things up a bit. If you're not sure what that really is, then maybe these next 3 songs can just give you a clue. So the first one is one that I hope you've heard of, and I'm going to sing it a cappella because that's the way it traditionally would have been sung. It's a song that I think is well known, and it's called Deep River. Deep river, my home is over Jordan. Deep river, Lord, I want to cross over into campground. Oh, don't you want to go to that gospel feast, that promised land where all is peace? Deep river, Lord, I want to cross over into campground. Thank you. The next song represents gospel's traditional way that it's sung, which means that you get to take part. Because with gospel, majority of you will have been to a wedding, a funeral, and that's what it does, it brings people together. So, I thought, what song will the majority of people know who are here tonight? So, how many of you don't know Kumbaya? Great! Great. So, this is how we would do it in our churches. So, we would usually divide it up. So, I would possibly go to the men and say, could you start for me, all the men in this room, and I'd like you to keep a rhythm, okay? So, all the men, I'd like you to sing, kum, kum, kumbaya, kum, kum, kumbaya, kum, kum, kumbaya. Then kum, kum, kumbaya, kum, kum, kumbaya, kum, kum, kumbaya, kum, kum, kumbaya, kum, kum, kumbaya. Is it too low? Shall I raise the key a bit? Yeah? I'm used to singing with bass. Vance knows, if you've heard Vance speak. Vance knows, so our men usually do bass. So I'll lift the key for you. So how about kum, kum, kumbaya, kum, kum, kumbaya, kum, kum, kumbaya, kum, kum, kumbaya, kum. Yeah? The men can do that. Keep going. Kumbaya. Good. So we've got the bass. Then the ladies, the rest of us, the men who sing tenor, you would then come in with Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Yes? And then those of you who sing alto, in the second time that we sing it, the altos then come in. And the third time we sing it, everyone, all the different harmonies, so the tenors will then come in. And that's what gospel does. It tends to start off as a unison, and then it will build as we go on. Let's have a go. It's a simple song. Let's have a go. Kum, kum, kumbaya. Kum, kum, kumbaya. Kum, kum, kumbaya. Kum, kum. Ladies, kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya, kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya, oh Lord. Kumbaya, someone's praying, Lord. Kumbaya. Keep singing, ladies, praying. Someone's praying, Lord. Men, kumbaya. Lord, kumbaya. Kumbaya. Singing. Someone singing harmonies. Kumbaya. If you're an alto. Someone singing the Lord. Kumbaya. Someone singing the Lord. Kumbaya. Oh Lord. Kumbaya. Back to Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Lord. Tenors, ladies. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. Any tenors here? Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. Oh Lord. Kumbaya.
Now that's what you call taking it to church! Susan Watt, ladies and gents! Absolutely wonderful. Ian Port, do make your way forward, but Susan, before you leave the stage, I must give you a chance to let everybody know what you do with your choir and invite them along should they wish to join you.
Yes, so we're based in Watford at Asda, and in Asda there's a community hall. And every Tuesday evening from 7 o'clock you'll find our choir there. The choir has been running in Watford since 2007, and it runs every single week. So we don't audition, anyone is welcome. If you enjoy singing gospel music, if you just want to find out what you sing, your singing voice should be like, then that's where you come along and we will teach you gospel.
Thank you so much, Susan, ladies and gents. Now, it's a real pleasure to introduce this next person to the stage. I'm a proud Watford patron, and I'm proud to say that because the work that Proud Watford has done over the past couple of years, they celebrated their 2-year party with a midsummer kind of splash in Atria, in the Harlequin. It was wonderful. But they've done so much to increase visibility and therefore to increase the sense of belonging for people in our town who are part of the LGBTQI spectrum rainbow, but also the friends and family and allies of those people. So it's a wonderful, wonderful work that this project does. So please put your hands together for the chair of Proud Watford, Ian Port.
Thank you, Alex, and I should also say that Alex is one of our proud patrons, so thank you, Alex. So everyone, my name's Ian, and this is simply a true story, and it's set about 250 yards that way, 55 years ago, and it's called My Friend. When I was very young, I had no choice. Friends were inevitable. The kids next door, and we played outside in early 70s air, and I, the younger brother, found my place. I slotted in with all my inherited friends on Neal Street, Watford Fields. But then, one day, and the year was 1971, I faced the greatest trial a child could ever meet. My very first day, Field Infant School, just down there, began. My brother already climbing in classes above, and all my inherited friends gone. I had to walk alone, and I was shy. But the classroom buzzed with noise. They welcomed me, but friendship just didn't come. No brother's hand, no neighbour's easy smile, no mother's arms when bigger boys grew rough. I don't know how I found solid ground, how, nearly 55 years past, I learned to stand. But something changed, as something always must. A boy appeared, his face alight with joy. And 6 months or so went by, and side by side we found our rhythm, steady, kind, and sure. We grew as little boys are meant to grow, not too fast, not too fierce, but healthily with grace. Our laughter built a world both safe and small, a friendship made of running dreams and games. And I see another scene now. This is quite emotional. A street, a sunny day, our mothers hand in hand with each of us. And from across the way he called my name. 3 times it rang, like bells that lift the heart. Ian, Ian, Ian! My mother turned and asked me, "Who's that?" I smiled, a glow of pride in my chest. He's my friend. He's my friend. The very first I'd chosen for myself, not borrowed, gifted, nor inherited. Our friendship, brief, perhaps, but truly mine. A treasured, buried, deep, but still shining memory. Now, near 6 decades have spun their wheel, but 2 little boys still stand in memory's fane, who learned together what a friend could be, a new-made, simple, human truth. And his name is lost, it slips beyond my reach. Yet I recall the warmth that lit his smile. And one more thing, though it meant nothing, he was the only black child in the class. But that was not the thing that made us close. No label nor boundary kept us apart. Instead, the magic thread that binds a friend to friend. He was just him, and I was simply me. So, in my heart, friendship will always mean the shining call that once rang out my name. No greater gift, no a truer word to end. My friend, forever just my friend.
Wow, wow, Wow. Ian Port, ladies and gents. What a story, what poetry in that tale. And so touching to know it was true and that it happened just 250 yards down the road here in Watford. Though, as you say, 5 decades separate us now from the moment of that. But what beauty. The line, Ian, I was me and he was simply him. Beautiful. And it just makes me think sometimes how conscious and aware we are of race as adults, because we're socialised into that perspective, and children just play together. They're just playing and living and wanting to find out about one another. Wow, that's really touched me. Thank you, Ian, for sharing that. Wonderful. Let's have another round of applause. Now it is 8 o'clock on the dot, which means I have to say thank you to our ushers. One of the things we do to make sure we're all comfortable here is have somebody positioned out in the foyer, partly to welcome people in, so they know they're in the right place and come and take their seats in a very comfortable fashion, but also to keep people out. Because a lot of people come wanting to actually go to the main Palace Theatre, and so we need someone there to say, no, you're in the wrong place. So we have had David Morgan there all evening so far. Let's give him a round of applause. And very kindly, Roy has agreed to go and take over from him. So Roy, thank you for that. And David will come in and join us, and he's actually going to perform for us later. So thank you very much to both of them for volunteering to be our ushers this evening. It's such an important job. And thank you to all of you if you've donated, if you've given a £5. If it's in cash, it comes to the dial-up and supports all of the open mic work we do, celebrating community and creativity in our town. If you've tapped, then it goes straight to the Pump House Theatre, and at the moment that's going straight to the Raise the Roof appeal. There's a really exciting future for the Pump House. If you've been in the main theatre recently, you'll know that if it rains, you get wet. It leaks. And of course that big beam is really problematic. So there's a whole project going on, which is going to mean the theatre closes for a while, but when it reopens, it's going to have a brand spanking new wonderful roof. It's going to be absolutely terrific. A whole balcony with new seats and new tech space and new dressing room. I cannot wait. It's fantastic. But it needs support. So thank you for everyone who has donated, whether to the dial-up or to the Pump House this evening. Now, Christine, can I ask you to come and take to the stage? And whilst you do, I'm just going to say a special thank you to WOM. WOM are embedded in the life of the Pump House. They've been using the Colne River Room for decades for their Watford open mic, which is every Tuesday evening, 8 till 11, though they're so oversubscribed now with people wanting to perform, they often start at 7:45 and end on Tuesday. So I was at WOM earlier this week to say thank you to them for helping. We couldn't do this without their support. All of the lovely cabaret tables you're seated out, that's from WOM's generosity. And Christine was there, and I said, do come if you can. And Christine, it's so lovely that you've been able to come, so thank you for being here with us this evening. You ready to go?
Yeah, I just checked that the track's going to hit. Under normal circumstances, I would have dragooned the in-house band to play for me, but it's a bit unkind to do that at short notice, so... Yeah, that's okay, isn't it? Right. This song comes from Porgy and Bess. Gershwin, who composed it, was not black, but I know from looking up about it that he did actually research his music properly, and there's also a covenant on it. So if it's on stage performance, I wouldn't get to sing this fabulous lullaby. It is a lullaby. Is hard.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Christine Bennett, ladies and gents.
Thank you.
We have two poets up next, Melville Lovett and Leslie Kerr. So Melville, do you want to come up first? And whilst he takes his place, let me tell you about our podcast. The What's on Watford podcast comes out about once a month, and it's a fantastic way of keeping up to date with everything going on in our town. It's about a half hour each time, and we have an interview with a prominent cultural figure. We've had Peter Taylor, the mayor, we've had Steve Marmion, the artistic director of Palace Theatre, we've had most recently Tina Fuller, one of the presenters on Vibe FM. So we get all sorts of cultural figures who come and interview with us. And then at the end we do a rapid roundup, a little 5-10 minute summary of everything happening in Watford that month, which is really helpful and useful, because if you're anything like me, you often hear about things and you think, oh my gosh, that sounds great, I'd have liked to go, except it happened 2 weeks ago. And if we can be told what's going on in good time, we can put it in our diary and be there, either to take part or to support as an audience member. So we would love you to listen. We have, at the moment, about 150 to 200 listeners an episode. My ambition is to double that over the next 6 to 12 months, and I need your help to do it. So if you stream podcasts, please add a subscription to What's on Watford and listen to us each month. And then let your friends and family and neighbours know. Let's make this a shop window for all of the wonderful creativity happening in our town. Melville, how are you feeling? You ready to go?
Hello, yeah.
Over to you.
Is that okay? Can you? Yeah. Okay, this first poem was triggered by me coming out of Morrison's car park in Hatch End. And Morrison's store in Hatch End, and seeing a guy in the car park searching for his car. It's called Senior Moment. It had to be here in Morrison's car park. Where did he leave it? Concentrate. Was it over near the trolley shed or further away by the exit gate? The trouble was, 1,000 cars all looked just like his own. Relax, stay calm, he told himself. It's not just you, you're not alone. A senior moment, that's all this is. He'd cope with much worse things in life. But how long had this search gone on? He wondered, should he phone his wife? No, don't do that. She'll get alarmed. She'll only fuss and fret. He had to sort this out himself, not make her more upset. Then suddenly, a solution came. Simply click on his ignition key. His car would flash a guiding light, take him home in time for tea. But no key from his pocket came. Memory flickered from a darkened wood. He had left the car back on his drive, thinking the walk would do him good. This one is called Backseat Driver. I think back to my parents when I think they had something to do with this. Backseat Driver. When Mum and Dad bought a caravan to escape to each weekend, I feared that backseat driver Mum would drive Dad round the bend. On every trip to the caravan, why are we going so slow? You never get there at this rate. Can't you go faster, Joe? These A roads are taking far too long. We should go on the motorway. Our journey time will be cut by half, no matter what you say. And must you brake so suddenly? The way you drive is a crime. Joe, keep your eyes fixed on the road. Don't cross the centre line. Once, when waiting to turn right, Dad found himself enlightened. You miss your chance to turn right then. That driver could see you were frightened. When driving, Dad never seemed to speak, just nodded at what Mum said. I marvelled how unruffled he seemed. And years later, when Mum was dead, I asked him what his secret was, how he'd stayed so calm and collected. To tell you the truth, it was easy, son. Kept my hearing aid disconnected. one is called Internet Date. When prospects of finding love again seemed slim as time went by, why not try internet dating, friends asked. Nothing to lose, why not give it a try? Though neither Brett or Jane approved of making dates this way, a different approach was needed now to keep loneliness at bay. They both tried hard throughout their meal, but nothing seemed to gel. Brett groped around for common ground, whilst thinking, this is hell. Jane found his tales of sporting fame a bit too much to take. As he boasted on, she nodded, smiled, fought hard to stay awake. Never, never again, they thought, when parting without a kiss. Much better to remain alone than have to go through this. How did it go? Their friends inquired. Oh, she wasn't for me, sighed Brett. I could never love a man, said Jane, who blows his nose on a serviette.
Melville Lovett, ladies and gents. Wonderful stuff. And of course, I'm afraid not, you've done your 3, but it would be lovely to hear about your books because they are available to purchase tonight.
Yeah, they're honestly an amazing knockdown price of £5 each, so 2 collections there. One is 74 poems, Dancing for England, and the latest one, Reasons to be Cheerful, which is 56 poems. Thank
Brilliant. Melville, ladies and gents, thank you so much. And up next we have Leslie.